Welcome all the tribes and all you here. Special welcome to Richard and also all the tribes. Thank you and hope you have a great meeting. You're welcome.
most of us know that in 1966, the National Historic Preservation Act was enacted by Congress, and within a matter of a few years, most of the states had signed up and were off by the 1970-71 in building their programs. As Samantha had brought up in some of her presentation, the 60s was a time for environmental awareness and renewal. The 70s were a matter of implementing some of that. In the 80s, federal government became recognizant of tribal sovereignty. The Indian Self-Determination Act passed early in the 80s, and it was in later 80s and into the early 90s that the Historic Preservation Act was revisited, particularly in 1992, with amendments that allowed tribes to now be equivalent to states in developing their Tribal Historic Preservation Office programs. You see, prior to that, states had jurisdiction through THPOs on tribal lands. So in 1992, the act was amended and allowed tribes to start to go into this process and become THPOs. Now, most of you might know there's something like 540 tribes in the country and counting, as there's a recognized, unrecognized process. As we speak today, there's probably about 140 some tribes that have actually signed up to become THPOs. So, assuming that at least half, if not more, tribes in the country will become THPOs in the years, there's a large process and a large amount of work to be done in getting the rest of the tribes signed up. If you look at those dates, states have had 30 years of headway in developing their programs, and tribes are now just starting to develop their programs.
Back in 2000, the department actually did an environmental document knowing that the Butamore Causeway was going to be insufficient for upcoming traffic demand. So by doing that, we actually started the construction process almost 20 years ago. And finally in 2009, we began the construction, and finally yesterday we got to take the first known field trip out to the actual causeway and showing people what they've actually invested in. And it's a great opportunity. The DNR has been on board and all tribes have been on board. The one significant thing I could say is we actually cared so much about the tribal significance in the area that there was a sturgeon blessing done before actually dynamiting of the piers. When we were expanding that, we had to mitigate because we were going into the lake and using a bunch of fill. We actually coordinated with the DNR and they said, hey, one of the things we've always wanted to do for a long time was connect the north to the south. This was a perfect opportunity to do it. Gary Hansen, who actually last year at the listening session did a presentation in February on trails, was very instrumental in this trail. And it's actually, we call it his baby project because now he wants to get to Fond du Lac with it. So let's just keep walking up here. Once we get up here about a quarter mile, you'll actually see where the kiosks start, and then we can talk.
This year, we wanted to recognize some other individuals who have also shown their dedication to cultural resources in general and also to the WisDOT project. And the first individual that I would like to start with is Dr. Thomas Gates. And maybe have remembered from our previous listening sessions, is a former THPO for Yurok Nation, but he has so generously joined us to provide a training to facilitate a couple of our listening sessions, and has helped develop, or has developed, a curriculum for the FDF training that has been received this past year. I appreciate it. Tom, do you have anything you'd like to say?
This is where I start crying.
All right.
Just joking. I'm not the crying type. Wow. I didn't expect this. You know, my dissertation was on Yurok trail systems. And so now I have an award as I don't know my glasses, but as a trailblazer. So I think there's a connection there.
Yeah, for sure.
Thank you very much. I enjoy the work with Wisconsin. I think I had said the last time I was here, during the gift exchange, that my family's from Wisconsin, but I grew up in California. And, you know, I've been around the country with a lot of different tribes and people and projects and programs. And I always felt a certain kinship with you all from Wisconsin in a bunch of funny ways, which I don't want to really get into. A lot of you remind me of my parents and my grandparents, the way they talk, the accent, things like gosh, and so it never dawned on me, and actually until last year, why I enjoyed coming back to Wisconsin over and over again. And so thank you all for having me part of your program. I certainly enjoy this more than just the consulting angle on it. Thank you again.
Wow, this is really a surprise. Thank you so much. I have to say that I'm a pretty passionate person about the things that I do, and I love my job, I love what I do, but probably the most enjoyable things I do are with the tribe. And since coming to Rhinelander and working with all the tribes in the northern part of the state, I feel like the most important things I've done that I've accomplished in my career have happened here. You know, projects like Mashanga Creek and our 47 job that's just finishing up. We've done Torpy Creek, and then now we're in the process of developing a large wetland bank in Lac du Flambeau, and we're going to be working on that together. So those are the things when I retire I'm going to be the proudest of. And I have made such wonderful friends with the tribes. I just love you guys. So thank you so much.
Yeah,